more than being a band, we're a family. There's that spiritual link with us when we take to that stage. It's automatically apparent when you hear the music that you're hearing a family connection. In the Tradition started back in 1993, and it started as a jazz quintet, and we didn't want to mimic other ensembles, so we decided to take different aspects of the African diasporic language and apply it to what we were doing. And that's how we came up with the approach, and that's why we call it the traditional approach, in the tradition. We're currently at 9 pieces right now, including our vocalists and percussionists. We have 4 horns, a rhythm section of piano, bass, drums, djembe, and the vocalist doubles on percussion as well.
I have been a member of In the Tradition somewhere around 20 years. I lost count after a while.
The musicianship level is very high in our band. And spiritually, everyone is basically on the same plane. And we come together because there's a genuine love and affection for each other. And it's a love and affection for the music that we create.
I'm particularly attracted to In the Tradition because along with playing jazz music, it has a political and African cultural twist. And a lot of the music and arrangements we do are syncopated in a very African style to provide an African rhythmic feel. So that's how we come to decide or to call this African jazz. All of our original compositions have themes and motifs that speak to African and African American history.
We're always excited when we take the stage, but during the Kwanzaa season, it's very special for us. We love being inside of the community and being a part of it and sharing our musical gift with the rest of the community. Kwanzaa in the African American community is a reaffirmation of principles that we practiced before the slave experience. And it's a sense of re-energizing the community and reinstilling those principles that we lost so long ago.
Kwanzaa was created in 1966 under the direction of Dr. Maulana Karenga, who's a professor of African American Studies, along with other members of an organization he directs called US. And the 7 principles are Umoja, which is unity, Kujichagulia, which is self-determination, Ujima, which is collective work and responsibility, Ujamaa, which is cooperative economics, Nia, which is purpose, Kuumba, which is creativity, and Imani, which means faith. In the language these words emanate from is Kiswahili, which is spoken in various countries in East Africa.
On December the 30th, we're doing 2 performances, one at the Charles Wright Museum of African American History from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. And at 8 o'clock, we'll be appearing at Aretha's Jazz Café in the music hall. Our performances there tend to get very energetic, and the audiences there are highly responsive. And we're just grateful to be in there. It's a very intimate atmosphere for us, and it allows the music to flow very freely. And we can interact with the audience very well there.
And we have several selections that correspond with the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, which is 7 principles that collectively comprise a value system. So we've selected songs to align with each one of these principles. And the idea will be to convey the message of Kwanzaa in terms of African-American people coming together to celebrate our history and culture and the need for us to continue to advance our culture.
They tend to be upbeat. They tend to be driving in rhythm and propulsion. And we think that tends to bring the music alive. you're not just hearing a perfunctory performance. Each principal has a driving beat behind it, and we use that to drive the message home.
A major part of Kwanzaa, objective of Kwanzaa, is to teach people about the value system, about the holiday, so that they can learn how it's done and they can then take it and embrace it as their very own and celebrate it in successive years or successive days for the remainder of the celebration. If you've never been to Kwanzaa or a Kwanzaa program or celebration, come out so you can learn more about the celebration, about the history and culture of African Americans. And if you like music, particularly if you like jazz, if you come and join us, you will not be disappointed. I think you will find it very enlightening, educational, and spiritually uplifting. And I will stand here to say, or sit here and say, I guarantee that you won't be disappointed.
I hope when people come to see the performance, they take away a sense of community and a sense of joy and pride.
Watch One Detroit, Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
You can find more at onedetroitpbs.org or subscribe to our social media channels and sign up for our One Detroit newsletter.